Hello, Math 1 support. Let's do some problems. Number 1. This is our quiz review, which you can go back and review and look at and practice to make sure you get it. So 4 and 2/35 minus 12. What I would do is change both of these to improper fractions. 35 times 4, I don't know, a number. I should have my calculator. I can do that in my head. That's 140. Let me double check. That's 140. 140 plus 2. That's 142 over 35. Minus, I'm going to go ahead and write the 12 over 1. And then here, I want to find least common denominator, which is 35. Multiply this by 35 over 35, which gives me 142 over 35 minus 12 times 35, which is 420 over 35. And notice here, now we have the same denominator. And when I multiply by 35 over 35, that's just 1. So you really only changed the expression. You just rewrote it here. You found an equivalent fraction. So now you're going to subtract 142 minus 420. And if I plug that in my calculator, I get negative 278 over 35. Next, you would try to reduce this. And one thing is nice, since this is 35, that only has two factors, 5 and 7. Well, I could try to divide 5 into 278. You can't. Try to divide 7 into 278. You can't. So you know that's your final answer. That's it for number 1. All right, we're gonna roll. Number 2. 2 is 9 and 5 over 8 times 4 and 2/9. Here, we just work it out. Let's see. Change the improper fraction. 72 plus 5, 77. 77 over 8. And then 36 plus 2. That's going to be times 38 over 9. And now you just go top times top, a ridiculously large number. Bottom times bottom. I get 2,926 over 72. Some of y'all stopped there because it looked too large. Thought you made a mistake, but same principle. Now I need to reduce this. Just keep dividing it by 2 until you can't divide it anymore. And your final answer will be 1463 over 36. Done. As an improper fraction. Number 3. This one, you basically just needed to move those ordered pairs. And honestly, you need to memorize this. If you're doing a 90-degree clockwise rotation, remember you switch the ordered pairs and then you change the original X or the new Y. However you want to think about it. So I'm going to change it to 8, 7. This was negative, it became positive. Now I'm going to do 180 clockwise. So this was a 90 clockwise, and this is a 180 clockwise. And for a 180 clockwise, essentially you just take opposite, which is 7, -8. And again, it's a good idea to kind of sketch this out to see it. But again, you need to be to the point where you're memorizing. A 90 clockwise, you just switch them opposite Y. For 180, opposite. That's it. You got to know that. All right. Number 4. 4, we have 10 and 4 over 8, which really could be reduced. I didn't see that. Divided by 3 and 2/5. Honestly, what I would do is, you could have reduced that first, but I didn't. But it's okay. Change to an improper fraction. 80 plus 4. 84 over 8. Divided by 15 and 2. 17 over 5. keep it, change it, flip it. So that's going to be 84 over 8 times 5 over 17. Top times top, bottom times bottom, which is 420 over 136. And reduce this. Keep dividing it to reduce it. Looks like I'm going to divide by 2. Then you're going to divide it by 2 again. So that will give you 105 over 34. And we can leave those as improper fractions. And I think I'm running out of space. Let's figure out how to pause here. Okay, let's continue. We're on problem number 5, quiz review. We have, let's go over here, 5x plus 30 is less than 60. Here you're going to subtract 30 on both sides. Subtract 30. That's going to be 5x is less than 30. Divide by 5. X is less than 6. Draw yourself a number line. And all we're going to need to do is just place a 6 on here. It's good enough. X is less than 6. Open circle at 6. Shade it. Done. Alright. The last one. On this side, the slope, we got 5, 8, and 10, 9. Alright, your slope. Your slope formula is basically subtract the y values divided by subtracting the x values. So you're going to go 9 minus 8 divided by 10 minus 5. And that's just remembering the formula. Subtract y's divided by subtracting the x values. So 9 minus 8 is 1. 10 minus 5 is 5. That's your answer. All y'all had 5. But anyway, that's it for those. Next, let's go over, at least I'm going to go over one in each section for the levels, different equations. Let's go over level 1. Level 1 example. Level 1 example, we'll go over the first one. 5x plus 10 equals 40. Solve for x. Subtract 10 on both sides. So now you got 5x equals 30. Divide by 5. X is equal to 6. Done. Okay, let's go over a level 2. Level 2 example, we'll pick the first one. 4x plus 10 equals 6x plus 30. And here, let's see, I'll subtract 10 on both sides first. Subtract 10. So now I have 4x equals 6x plus 20. Subtract 6x on both sides. That'll be negative 2x equals 20. Divide by negative 2. And remember, if it looks like I'm going too fast, hit the pause button. Yep. Alright, so x is equal to negative 10. It's level 2. See if I have space up here for level 3. I think so. Level 3. We got 4 parentheses x plus 10 equals, what do I have? 6 parentheses x plus 5. This one, you got to distribute first. So you got 4x plus 40 equals 6x plus 30. Okay, now it's just like level 2. Let's subtract 40 on both sides. Subtract 40 on both sides. So now you got 4x is equal to 6x minus 10. And then here I'm going to have subtract 6x on both sides. Subtract 6x. So now I have negative 2x equals negative 10. And then divide by negative 2. So x is equal to positive 5. Alright, let me pause. Go to another screen. Okay, level 4. Let's pick the first one. 1/2 x plus 5 3/5 x minus 4. Okay, with this one, it's easier to clear your fraction. That's normally how I solve these. So I want to clear this by multiplying everything by my least common denominator, or least common multiple, which is 10. So now you're going to go 10 times 1/2, which is really 10 over 1 times 1 over 2. Top times top, bottom times bottom, which is 10 over 2, which is 5. So this is 5x plus 10 times 5, which is 50, equals, now I gotta go 10 times this, which is really 10 over 1 times 3 over 5, which is really 30 over 5, which is really 6. So that'll be 6x minus 20, not 24, 6x minus 40. Let's make that. Guess I could have just erased it, huh? Alright, my eraser doesn't work that well on here. Alright, so here I want to subtract, now it's regular. So let's subtract 50 on both sides. So now you have 5x equals 6x minus, what's that, 90? And then subtract 6x. So now you have negative 1x equals negative 90. Divide by negative 1. And x is equal to 90. That's it. Now it came out to a whole number, so they don't always come out to whole numbers. That's level 4. Let's do a level 5. Let's just. Alright, level 5 equation. Let's pick, it doesn't matter, the first one again. So we have 3x plus 5 over 2 equals 3 over 5x minus 4. Again, you're clearing your fraction. Just looks a little weird here because you have this expression. So I want to multiply everything by 10. It's your least common denominator. Now this is the part that throws some people off. So basically what you're doing is 10 over 1 times some expression, which is 3x plus 5 over 2. There's a few ways to do this. One way is to simply go look at 2 and 10, and if you can divide a number into both of those, which always works, I'm going to divide 2 into 2. 1. I'm going to divide 2 into 10. 5. Now I'm going to take 5 and distribute it here. So 5 times both of those. So that will give you 15x plus 25 equals, now I got to keep distributing, 10 times 3/5. So I'm just going to do 10 over 1 times 3 over 5. You really could use the same concept. You could do this two different ways just to show you. 10 top times top, that's 30 over 5, which is 6. Or you could have looked at these and cancel out. 5 goes into 5 once. 5 goes into 10 twice. 2 times 3 is 6. There we go. So this should be 6x, and then 10 times 4 is minus 40. Now it's regular, whatever regular is. Let's see, subtract 25, and I'm tired and ready to go to sleep now. Alright, minus 25, that's gone. So 15x, 6x minus 65, subtract 6x. 15 minus 6 is, what's that, 9? 9x equals negative 65. Divide by 9. Your answer is negative 65 over 9 equals x. Make sure that's what I have. That's exactly what I have. Done. That's it. Hopefully this helps. Practice. Watch this multiple times until you get it. Don't be lazy.